follow me down, head into the unknown, down the rabbit hole, where it stops no one knows. We're going down. We're going down. We're going down. We're going down. Do you dare to follow me down? Head into the unknown.
Hi, sorry. I was reading a message. Uh, um, no, so my Facebook is going wild right at the moment, but just so everybody knows, no rules today. I don't want anything deleted until further notice. Just it is what it is. So we're gonna take it as it comes. This should be completely non-dramatic. I have no scoops for you, not really any rumors or any kind of bullshit or anything like that. We're just here to talk about what you guys have heard about this search. We're going to read through the Globe and Mail article. I do have some pictures that I was given permission to share from multiple different searchers, and it's just a live so that we can chat, basically. If that's okay with everybody, happy Monday. Cindy Sperry, good to see you. You want to chat about Lily and Jack? It's not a game, though there are so many sketchy actors in this heartbreaking loss of two dear children. That's true. Hey, Kimber. Melissa is still working. Hey, Detective Tam, good to see you. TJ's mom. Hey, Amy and Christina. There we go. I see you this time. I don't know what was going on before. Hey, Little Black Bear. Marie Antoinette, good to see you. Hey, Pinky. Share Cares. Hey, Patriot, nice to see you. Barbecue steak and potatoes with a glass of peach wine. Superb, yummy. That does sound good. Good evening, Grey Wolf. Good to see you. Who else? Carrie Bailey, thanks for being here. Angelina, good to see you. Hey, Corbin and Truth and Beauty. See, good evening. See, for me, it's only 3:30, so it's not quite evening yet. I was busy staining all day, all week, all weekend, sorry. Yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I'm completely disgusted with the Globe and Mail article. I have not read it yet, so we will go ahead and decide if we're all disgusted as well. Just Jeannie, good to see you. Hey, Kim. Good evening. Hey, baby monkey. Did Nova Scotia news cover the search? Globe and Mail did. I'm not sure if Nova Scotia did. Short one on CTV, I guess. Um, I didn't see that. Hey, Ernestine, good to see you. We all knew that that would be the way it was. Damage control from Malaya. Hey, Mr. Hemi. To be honest, I'm more disgusted with Please Bring Me Home. I would encourage everybody just to, breathe until after the search is done. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, we should hear a couple of statements, I would think. So give it a couple of days, a few days, you know, see, we'll see what happens, but just everybody be patient and please bring me home has done lots for others. Be kind. And there is drama right now surrounding it, but I suspect that they will answer to it in time. So it's not, let's not jump to terrible conclusions. Hey, April, thanks for coming. Nick is more concerned about Malaya's feelings than her missing kids. So disgusting. Here we got 2 kids missing and we know they're not in the woods. So why I waste the time and money? It's just my own personal opinion that if, like, to me, at this point, even if the only way that they would find anything in the woods at this point is if um, they wandered. It's been almost a full year. So if they had been put in the woods, anybody local who would have been responsible has had almost a full year to backtrack. So I assume they're out there on the presumption of still misadventure, but I think the majority of us don't think that that's possible just because of the number of people who have been through those woods looking. Um, so yeah, everything will come to light. Hopefully. Hopefully. Hey, yes, ma'am. Good to see you. Cheryl, good to see you. Hey, Michelle James. Hey, Gaspé Gal. Anastasia in Cleveland, haven't seen you for a bit. Good to see you today. Hey, Lynn, I hope you're safe. Lynn is having some tornado warnings. Cindy B. Hey, Joyous. I saw your message and I did answer it. Blueberry, good to see you. Hey, Gypsy Flo. Bonnie Garrett, good to see you. Hey, Nana. Ariel. Nancy Dar, good to see you. And I think I might have everybody at this point. Bobby Joe, every time I say that, there's more. Hey, where's Truth? Denise Bennett, good to see you. We all have hope. I think that's why we're still talking about it. We all have hope that we can find Jack and Lily by keeping their faces out there, keeping their names in the forefront. That's really all we can do from where we are. I haven't heard much other than they found a footprint, but it's been a year. You can guarantee it's not Jack and Lily's a whole ass year later, yeah. And even if it is Jack and Lily's, like, so what? It's a year old. Like, I seriously doubt it. Lori, good to see you. Hey, Marlene, it's been a while. Good to see you. Hey, Johnny, I hope you're well. Trudeau's, hey. Hey, Ori and Sue Oilers. Sue Oilers, I have a message for you. I'll deliver it later. One of the worst weeks ever last year with Jack and Lily, and my daughter will be gone a year tomorrow. Was really hoping on good news by now after the search. I'm so sorry for your loss, Mary. This time of year must be extraordinarily difficult for you. Hey, Donna. Sailor Moon. Have you been doing your homework? Did you figure out what Stay Golden Pony Boy is? Make sure you do your homework because we're going to be doing a live about millennials next. Members only, guys. Seaweed, good to see you. Um, let's just, agree to disagree on certain things. Hey, Snarky Pants, good to see you. Hey, Molly. Hope all is well with you and Harley. Okay, so maybe I'll let him in the house in a little bit. But I was upstairs standing away, and Harley comes up because I leave the doors open so he can come and go, whatever. And Harley comes up and he's staring at me, and I'm thinking, he looks a little odd. What's going on? So I went over. He's soaking wet and covered in mud. Covered in mud. I don't know where he went or what he did or what I'm going to do about it. Covered in mud, and that's a lot of fur and a lot of mud to deal with. I have a waterless shampoo foam, spray it on them, and then you just massage them and then brush it out. Tried that, barely made a dent in it. I'm gonna have to take him down to the community dog bath, I think. Ugh. Matt is Catter. Not that late. I'm still saying hi. Mustang girl, good to see you. Haven't heard anything. What's this? Maybe Daniel saying they aren't there is the distraction. What do you mean? Did Daniel talk publicly today? I agree with you, Corbin. It seems so far that appears to be the case. I hope so, Patriot Girl, because this is really getting sickening. The search went well, in your opinion. Excellent. Good to hear. I heard nothing but good feedback. This was a completely different recap of the search day than the last search. I heard nothing but really positive feedback from everybody who, gave me information. Um, which is good. There really should be no drama surrounding a search for two children. It's time to play hardball and sue for that property. And thank you all. And hi, Shar. Mary, good to see you again. There was a lot more people this time around. Yeah, last time I think they were having a hard time even hitting the 30. And now they had 50 or more, I think, right? There should be no drama. They've been missing for almost a year. People need to grow up and tell the truth and bring the little ones home. I'm pissed that there's come to this. Me too. But there are other children who go missing and stay missing for a lot longer, that have all kinds of outcomes, and some don't have any outcome yet at all. So, it's heartbreaking to think, but I think, was it Rob who said that they're in it for the long haul? And I think that could have been a message for people just to, buckle up. This isn't going to be a quick solution. Maybe. Maybe I'm wrong, but surely that's so nice. Um, hey, Bonnie. Old garden gal, good to see you. Oh, yeah, me too. I'm so confused every day. Every day. Hey, Diesel. I, and I know I'm going to be like the outcast here for saying it, but tell me why it's impossible that they were abducted by a stranger, crime of opportunity. You have to remind me why it's just unheard of, like why there's no possible way. I just, I don't know. I don't know, guys. It's eating at me. Tucker ate some chocolate chip cookies, and we have paid the price today, if you know what I mean. Ugh, gross. Okay, I did. The Globe and Mail had a thing where you could sign up for 49 cents a week for a year, so I went ahead and did that to get this article. Ugh, if it pisses me off, I'm gonna be mad. Gonna be mad. Hey, Shar, Love and Light from Southern Indiana. Hey, Heather. I didn't read your name before I read your message, but thank you for being here today. I agree with you. It's very hard, and Susan, hidden in the fog, was so rude to me. She called me down to the lowest without even knowing that I was struggling on TikTok laughing. Really? I would say that sounds odd, but I don't know her at all, right? I'm sorry that happened to you. That's uncalled for. He's definitely out there being a dog for sure, but he was exhausted. Maybe I'll show you a picture in a little bit. Um, hey, Universal, good to see you. Anybody else? Spa day. Spa day. Spa day for Harley is supposed to be, nails, getting de-shedded, getting his mats combed out, getting all the treatment, not a mud bath. Harley gets those. I would never do that to Harley. He needs warm water. He needs warm water. I heard 50, but we will look. Let me just I'm gonna quickly pull up a picture of Harley and then we'll get going. Um, Stranger abductions for one child is less than 1%. When it's two children, it's virtually zero. I Googled it the other day for stats. Yeah, I realize that the chances are so slim, but it's not unheard of. Maybe unheard of in Canada. I don't know for sure. But I mean, I know of cases that we've followed and covered in the States where two children were abducted. I know it's not likely. It's way unlikely. Very, very unlikely. But it's not impossible. And just, I'm so confused over everything that I read and hear that I just want to know how they ruled it out. Phone tower, maybe. But that, I mean, there's no guarantee that every single person has a cell phone or that it was turned on in that area. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they should have been at school. Who would have seen them in the backyard where they allegedly played? Very rural. Hard to imagine anyone trolling that area for children. Absolutely. Crime of opportunity is just that, though. And I don't know. There had to have been people who knew that they didn't get on the school bus, that they didn't go to school. At some point, some people would know. I don't know. It's awful to think of, but I don't know. I don't know, man. No mercy. You caught a Charmaine live. Um, Durwood thought you were lobster. Did he? Well, he's not paying attention, is he? Combine that with CPS issues and concerns for the children's welfare from others, drug issues, it's hard to believe it's a stranger abduction. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I really am. But I just like I feel like the more I think about it, the worse it gets. But they didn't rule it out. No evidence of does not mean there's no possible way. No evidence of. So this is where they get the it didn't meet the criteria for an Amber Alert. They didn't have anything to go on. You know what I mean? No, there's not. We're just here to chat. Let me see if I can find quickly the photos of Harley being a badass, and then we'll get going. Oh my gosh, this is so far up. You know what? I think I sent it to my mom. Just a minute. Here he is. Here he is. I'll just show this really quickly. Because look at him, coated and humiliated. That's our level light. But he laid there, like he came in and just laid there. So look at him. Look at him. He's covered. That's a lot of mud. That's a lot of mud. I just I don't even know. Oh, there he is like 10 minutes later too. Just exhausted and covered. I don't even know what to do. Look at his little feet. He's just a mess. I'm upset. I'm upset. He never does this shit to me. He never does this shit to me. So I don't even know what to tell you. He's just not even being, he's not even being kind. I I have no problem with him going and getting wet and swimming, but he was literally in some kind of a mud bath. And do you have any idea how much work it is to bathe him? Anyway, anyways, let's move on, shall we? Okay. Don't tell me okay, I didn't. Good, good, good. So, as luck would have it, you guys, the Globe and Mail article has an AI reader machine. It'll read the article, and I'll have a look-see as we go, just to make sure that we're not going to be missing any pictures. But we're going to let AI read this to you and me because I have not read it yet. I need to share my audio. Here it is. So this is the Globe and Mail. It was posted, it was updated 5 hours ago by Lindsay Jones. Excellent. Oh gosh, see this up here? Best perfume ever, you guys, right here. Alien, intense, so good. Anyway, and they say AI algorithm isn't real because I was talking about this earlier, and there it is. Bizarre. Okay. Harley is part Great Pyrenees and Labrador. Lab. I did. I snuggled him. I did. I did snuggle him, and we had a good talk, and I firmly believe that he thought he was giving himself a bath. I thought, I think he thought he was helping me. I do. That, that's what I choose to believe. So, okay, this article, and then we will talk about it, okay?
Jack and Lily Sullivan's mother joins search party nearly a year after their disappearance. This is an article by Lindsay Jones and read to you by an AI-generated voice. Nearly a year after two Nova Scotia children mysteriously disappeared, their mother, Malaya Brooks Murray, joined an independent search team on Sunday. The group of about 40 volunteers and a human remains detection dog combed backwoods trails near the home where Jack and Lily Sullivan were reported missing in the rural community of Lansdowne, discovering one possible clue that has been passed on to police. Nick Oldreeve, executive director of Please Bring Me Home, an Ontario-based charitable organization that helps find missing people in Canada, said a child-sized boot print was found in a wooded area of the Pipeline Trail, less than a kilometer from where a piece of Lily's pink blanket was found last May. He said he sent the GPS coordinates and a photo to RCMP major crime investigators. "It's definitely a children's boot print," said Mr. Oldreeve. "It's just, how can you ever possibly know whose it is and when it was put there? I have no idea." Ms. Brooks Murray, 28, has been publicly silent for the most part about the disappearance of Lily, who was 6, and Jack, who was 4, at the time they went missing. Only now, after nearly a year, is she beginning to speak out, sharing new details in an interview with the Globe and Mail. She and her then live-in boyfriend, Daniel Martel, told police that they were dozing in bed mid-morning with their toddler on May 2nd when they awoke and realized Jack and Lily were gone. They said the children must have put on their boots, gone out the back sliding door, and wandered off into the woods. What happened to the two siblings has confounded police and struck a chord around the world. The widely publicized case has spurred a hotbed of conjecture and rumors in the online true crime community, much of it aimed at Ms. Brooks Murray and Mr. Martel, who are no longer together. One criticism leveled at Ms. Brooks Murray is that she left Lansdowne the day after her children disappeared, taking the couple's toddler with her. Soon after, she blocked communication with Mr. Martel. In a recent interview, Ms. Brooks Murray said she left because she felt overwhelmed and upset after hearing from police about the vast area that had been searched without any sign of Jack and Lily. Over the last year, she said she's been focused on cooperating with police, looking after her mental health, and caring for her toddler. A member of Sipitnekatik First Nation, she now lives in an apartment in Millbrook, a Mi'kmaq community near the town of Truro, with a cat and a kitten. She said she recently underwent a second polygraph exam with RCMP, and they told her that she was found to be truthful. Mr. Oldreeve said he involved Ms. Brooks Murray in the search because she hasn't done anything to show ill intent or anything against locating her children. He said he's been openly communicating with her about their disappearance, and she never shies away from answering questions. Even though she's been quiet in the public, it doesn't suggest guilt, and I think that's what a lot of public scrutiny has been. Because she's so quiet, she must be guilty. And that's just the opposite of how we feel, said Mr. Oldreeve. Throughout the last year, she has spoken briefly to the Globe and Mail a few times to deny any involvement in the disappearance of her children, to say she's taking it day by day, and that she is hopeful that Jack and Lily are still alive. Under Blue Skies Sunday, Ms. Brooks Murray assisted with transportation of the searchers. She drove a four-wheeled off-road vehicle, traveling between different groups of searchers to check on them and ensure they had water. She was just thankful to be there and be involved, very grateful for everybody coming out there, Mr. Oldreeve said. In the days and weeks that followed the children's disappearance, the Mounties oversaw one of the largest searches in the province's history. Mr. Oldreeve said his group returned to search again. It also searched last fall because the children wandering off has not been completely debunked. He said his experience in missing persons cases leads him to believe something may have been overlooked. One way or the other, they're eventually going to be found, either due to misadventure or the police are going to come up with something that turns this in a completely different direction, he said. RCMP have said the investigation is focused on digital forensics, and they're evaluating all scenarios for what may have happened to the kids, including criminality. In an email, RCMP spokesperson Alison Gerard said police are aware of and support the efforts by the independent search group Please Bring Me Home, PBMR, which is separate from the police investigation. The RCMP continues to support PBMH's efforts to find the Sullivan children and sincerely thanks those who volunteer their time in the search, Ms. Gerard said. Neither Mr. Martel nor his mother, Janie Mackenzie, who lives on the property in Lansdowne, responded to requests for comment about the independent search. Mr. Martel has previously denied having anything to do with the children's disappearance. The search will continue Monday and Tuesday.
Huh. Well, interesting. Okay, just a sec. Do you see him? Do you see him? What side is he on? He's over here on my side. See him on the couch? On the couch. On the couch. It's a leather couch, so I can wash it, but what am I gonna do? He weighs more than I do. Anyway, what about that article? Am I right? I'm gonna hit chat for a minute, and then I'm sure you guys had some stuff to say about what was being said. Nearly a year later, imagine that. Yeah. Can I click on this to make it bigger? Yeah, so this Malaya, not sure who these other folks are. That kind of sort of looks like Angeline down there, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. But yeah, it's kind of year later. I know, Ori, it's still a pain in the ass. They may have let Malaya search to see reactions and stuff. I think they're keeping an eye on her. It's possible, but I said during the last search that I understood why a mother wouldn't want to search. Because what if you found something that would be so traumatic so devastating. I don't know that there would be any coming back from that. So I totally understood why she didn't participate in the last Please Bring Me Home search. I get it. I do. You know, I don't know for sure, obviously, but I suspect that she knows that they're not out there or suspects that they're not out there because I don't know that I would be able to, if I truly thought that they were there and that I could find them, my children. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not putting that up. Yes, ma'am. Just in case. It's possible if she gets anxiety, you would think this would give her anxiety. Mm. She's got to look good for court. It was a decent reader, yeah. I hope that Nick is working with the RCMP. I see, Wolfie, that yes, ma'am, has corrected you. We call him Rob McCammon here. Searching is ridiculous after a year, but I believe they are watching her. Can't lose those funds and donations and possible Netflix income. I believe they tried to walk to school, and I have had this theory since week 1. Me too, Becca. I specifically asked Daniel that. I did. Is it possible? And I know that I've said it before, and I know I'm a broken record, but is it possible that Lily thought that she could get Jack ready because she kept coming in and out of their room, almost like wondering, like, are you getting up? Like, I'm ready for school, whatever. We don't know Lily, but is it possible that she thought she could get Jack ready and get him out to the bus and go to school? Is it possible? Is it possible? I think it's totally possible. But I really, really want to know what made the RCMP say there's no evidence of an abduction. Like, I know you don't have a suspect and I know you don't have a vehicle, but it bothers me. Leslie, good to see you. I hope they put trail cams around the property and woods. And around the church that people talk about. We'll look at some pictures. A number of people went out to the church during the church near Salt Springs. Um, and I think that is definitely something to talk about and look into. Um, a year later, why is baby not back? No job, no education. I mean, possibly. Like, I've never had a child taken from me by CPS, so I don't know what's all involved in getting that child back. But I do know that it's their priorities to keep families together or unite families. So, I mean, there's got to be something. You're perfectly right. She's not been caring for their toddler. She's in foster care with someone else caring for her. So that's false info. Right, true. So how does 1 boot equal 4 feet? It's weird. Um, if you had nothing to do with it, you would search many times. You do a lot more than she has. I'd be on the news lots and using Facebook like every other person on the planet. But I mean, that's how you can get, you can put something on Facebook and you can sponsor that post for $20 and it'll reach 10,000 people in 3 to 5 days. Like, there are ways to raise awareness. And I don't know. I don't know, man. Mm-hmm. Lori Green. Well, this is disgusting too, in my opinion. Too bad she hadn't taken the four-wheeler to look for Lily and Jack and had water for them in case she found them. Maybe She's searching to look good, innocent. She had same script as Daniel. Uh, She's been taking care of kittens for a whole year. I don't know. I don't know. No, Harley doesn't think he's in trouble. He knows he's not. He knows I don't. He knows his mom doesn't give him trouble. Like I said, he was trying to help me. He went and he found himself a pool of water, thinking he was going to bathe himself. He was trying to help. He didn't know. He's not in any trouble. Yeah, it's Global Mail. I'll go ahead and post the link, but you do have to have a subscription. I right now, like it says 49 cents a week or something, so it's not bad. You can cancel at any time. I can't believe Malia said she's been busy taking care of her toddler. Everyone knows she lost that little one a long time ago to foster care. Ever since Lindsay Jones tried to bribe Earl, Janie, and Daniel, I have no respect for her. But I mean, and I'm not running to the defense, but that's what journalists will do. And it's not, it is bribing in a way, but it's just buttering them up, just saying, you know what, I've, I brought you beer, cigarettes, whatever. You want to sit down and have a chat with me? It's it's kind of normal. Really, it took a year to get her out there. Not that I'm aware of, Angelina. Um, Maybe she didn't mind searching because she knows they ain't there. Harley is so tired, and he knows how much you love him. It's his couch, so he can sleep on it. And I mean, quite honestly, we never use the couch. We don't. It is his couch. Once in a while, Ian will sit on it to watch a show, but we're very rarely TV people. No family member shall be allowed to search or family friends. I agree. I agree. The kids would have been in better shape last search opposed to this search. It's a farce. Baby is in foster. She has supervised visits only. Not to mention her toddler wasn't in the greatest of health. Now was she, you see her care. She does look better. Yeah. Why didn't Jack have his backpack? Mm, I mean, if that's the case, then literally because a 6-year-old was getting him ready for school. Her toddler under her cage was not in good health now. Her toddler under her care was not in good health now. Now was she? She couldn't look after her when she had her, in your opinion. Hey, Envision. What about the bus driver's brother? Is he some kind of yeah, Paul Ward is. We can talk about Paul Ward on a different live stream if you want. Um, from my understanding, again, one of the first things that I had asked Daniel when I first messaged him, because Sonny and I were digging into that, because we had been told by a local that there was this man and they sent us his Facebook profile. So we dug into Paul Ward. And so I had asked Daniel about him, and he said that that was one of the first things that they thought of. And because Brian Ward or his wife, I can't remember which one, was friends with um, Janie, like they knew them. Daniel had called to see if his brother was still around because he was on parole, I want to say, and conditions, obviously, as a registered sex offender. But Daniel was told that I believe he was told that he had moved out west, that Paul Ward had moved out west. So, um, wouldn't the bus driver have seen them? Depends if the bus driver had already gone, because we know that Malaya heard the kids sometime between 8 and 8:20. She tried to call her mom at 8:28. Sometime after that, Janie heard after 8:28 was Malaya's phone call. 8:48 was when Janie was on the phone with Uncle Ron. And then sometime after that phone call is when Janie says she heard the kids outside. So the bus would have been long gone by then, but the kids wouldn't have any sense of time. Like they have no idea, right? I wouldn't think. So like I said, maybe it didn't occur to Lily that the school bus was already gone, and maybe that's what they were doing outside, just going to stand and wait for the bus. I don't know. Is it possible Lily tried to alert them Thursday night that something happened to Jack? How so? Like in the morning when she was poking her head in and out? Like I don't know. We don't know what Lily was like, but I would think that if she thought her brother, like if there was something wrong with Jack, it would have been more vocal than just poking her head in and out. You know what I mean? I don't know. Or maybe she did and they were sleeping and they didn't hear her. Maybe. Maybe they didn't know they had been kept home that day and couldn't get an answer from the adults, so took off for school. That's what I thought. Yeah. And anybody could have came by and said, "Oh, you missed the bus. I'll take you to school. Hop in." They would go with anybody. Their words. I don't understand how it was so quickly ruled out. That's all. What Dan said about the morning could have been a memory of the night before. I think the whole situation, including Daniel's behavior when RCMP arrived and the first couple of days, is what led them to highly suspect no abduction. Something, because they spent 6 full days in the woods to begin with. Well, RCMP were the ones who took the statements by all three on the property and saw the inside of the trailer, so they probably have an idea the first day what happened. Major crimes came in day 2. Probably, but we don't have that information, unfortunately. Search hyped up Globe and Mail propaganda that's legally allowed to lie. Malaya, the star of the show, and the girls allowed shit show. The kids are not there. All a show to distract the public. Yeah, I wasn't going to say it like that, but I don't disagree with you. Was he out there when Jack and Lily went missing? Yeah. He had been out there since, oh, I shouldn't say, but it was like a long time before, like months, if not a full year. See, Ori's covered that one. Janie blamed herself. Her dog woke up, said in an interview, "This is where it happened." Yeah. There's no evidence the kids even left that property. The only thing that left that property was a pink blanket in order to send searchers in the wrong direction. Yeah. If you believed your kids were abducted, you would do that. Nothing can take away the fact that Malaya neglected the kids. I'm not buying anything she does or says, period. And I mean, am I wrong to assume that everybody thinks that had she come out earlier, it might not be so difficult to trust what we're seeing and hearing right now? You know, the timing is odd. It let you pass the paywall? Good for you. Eliana. It's been posted on Facebook lots too already. Was the one clue they found searching the additional boot print? This time? I think that they did say they found a boot print this time. I know you may not believe in psychics, but Hidden in the Fog had two on today. They said they see the kids buried beside water. This is not the first time this has been said. My only problem with psychics, Ernestine, is social media is saturated with opinions and information and speculation and AI junk about the case. Like, you would have to, I don't know, they would have to be living under a rock to be able to trust their psychic intuition at this point. You said it yourself. This is not the first time this has been said, and that's very true. But I side eye it at this point for sure. It's not personal, it's their job. Yucky, maybe, yes, but it's what they do. I think Malaya has been granted unsupervised visits. Um, why do you think that? Jacqueline, why is it only ever one print? But also in the beginning, I thought there was an accident and the kids are less than 2 miles from the house, buried or shoved up under like a drainage ditch, something. Brutal. No, no official updates from the search. Just we read the Globe and Mail article, and I've got some pictures from some of the searchers that they said was okay to share. I do know that um, some information had been sent to John with Major Crimes Unit, and it's still being determined whether or not the information is relevant or important to them. So stuff like that I'm not going to show, but just some interesting pictures, I guess. Jacqueline, good to see you. Belinda believes, thanks for being here. We want answers. Yeah, I would like to know too, because the last I heard, they all still have supervised visits, but Janie was also able to get visitation with Meadow as well. So, I mean, I I can't see any status changing with visitation, um, simply because it's still in the court system. I mean, nothing has been settled in court yet, including the reasons why they had supervised visits in the first place. So, um, like, it hasn't even gone to court yet. They're still trying to decide jurisdictional issues. So, like, I don't know where you heard that, but I'd be interested to know. I usually don't listen to her, but it just came up on YouTube and I decided to listen. It's important, I think, that we keep our minds open to anything. I just choose for myself because, like I said, everything is so saturated with different information that if you're coming into it now, it's just you're gonna go and like there was a spirit box reader that I came across mine yesterday, and the more I watched, the more offended I was. I'm not gonna say the name of the channel or anything, but I was just like, this is next level ridiculous. I don't know. And if you have nothing nice to say, then don't say anything at all. So I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to read that out loud. Paul Ward is not even in the province. I agree with that statement, Cindy. However, do we know that as a fact? I do have information and pictures of him at West Edmonton Mall. Not overly recently, like, I don't know if I remember correctly, maybe about 6 months after Jack and Lily went missing. But there was also rumor that he had to return to get the rest of his belongings. So hopefully the RCMP investigated his whereabouts. As a registered sex offender, you would think part of his parole would be check-ins. So you would assume that they would know where he is at all times, but I don't know that. Hmm. Can you guys hear Ian's saw? It was reported on another channel that Malaya had been granted another level of visits. Not sure if it was unsupervised. So what you could be referring to, Cool, is that the baby is able to go to Malaya's for visits, but I do believe the supervisor is still present. So that could be what it is. I don't know for sure. Nobody can tell me that a mother wouldn't be out searching for their kids from day one and hide away for nearly a year. We don't really know what her situation was, how it's evolved. We do know that she was allegedly in the hospital for mental health. We don't know if what the issue was or if that was successful. But again, no matter how shy you are or how traumatized you are, I cannot see not sharing missing persons posters, nothing. I just don't get it. Shenanigans said that, but Cheryl corrected her while she still having supervised. Right. Mm, if my child went missing, I would feel like there wasn't enough for me. I would want to bang on every door, be in every square inch of the woods, out of my mind. Would it come into your mind, Jacqueline, though, what if I find them? That's where I was at during the last Please Bring Me Home search. And I landed on I don't blame her for not joining in that search back in November. Is what if, like to me, I would, I don't know if her brain even got there, but for me, I was like, what if she found them? That would be traumatizing. What? You didn't miss anything. We're just talking. We're just talking. Mhm. Increased frequency. And, like I said, now Janie also has visitation with the baby as well. So I think they're starting to give a little bit on both sides. I don't think there's anything really to read into that other than they're meeting their required mandates. They were probably told they had to do therapy. They were probably told, no booze, whatever, whatnot, check-ins, therapy, and all the stuff that they're supposed to do to improve their parenting or whatever. And if they're starting to get more and more access to the baby, then they're obviously following those guidelines. I would suspect. I have no way of knowing. Hmm. Don't you think there would have been evidence of kiddos trying to have some sort of breakfast? Usually first thing they want is food. Yeah. Oh, Garden Gal, you are right. So I don't have the answer to that. All I do know for sure is that Janie also gets to visit with the baby. So Black House still haunts you. It's possible that they didn't make it home Thursday night after Dollarama. Still leaning on an abduction. I mean, I'm like a yo-yo, but it's in there. It's part of my mental gymnastics, absolutely. Because how do you have zero trace of the kids anywhere? I can't wrap my head around it. See, Smoke, good to see you. Yeah, Janie said this is where everything happened. Every time I heard it, I said, "What happened, Janie?" Well, and I don't know, but I can clarify. But I think this is where everything happened. I think what she was referring to is the back and forth between her and Malaya that morning. What's up? The kids are missing. How long? 20 minutes, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But I can clarify if you like or try to. I don't know. I think that she'd be willing to answer some questions. I'm pretty sure. She told me that anything that I have to ask, but that was a while ago. That's, life happens and I get busy and sidetracked and other shit happens. Hidden in the fog, they also said that she was buried, like super, super close to the property as well, which doesn't make any sense because the cadavers were there twice. Now they would have found something, right? And they did have a HRD dog there with them yesterday as well, I think, right? They could have been taken through the night. Morning makes no sense. Dangerous people. I wouldn't bother with any psychics unless they're at the level of someone like Sean Leonard or Carol Pat, and they need to be asked by the children's mother to look for them. And I don't know, I know psychics aren't out to impress anybody, but for lack of a better term, if they want to impress me, they can't know a thing about the case. Nothing. And then tell us a little bit about what your intuition is telling you. And then with everything that we know this far, if they get it right, then okay. Then let's keep listening. But or not, anybody can be reading shit and then coming out and saying, I'm psychic. And I just, I don't know. Too many rabbit holes, too many what ifs. None of us really know anything. Thank you. Right. In my opinion, it breaks my heart to see so many strangers looking for justice for Jack and Lily, and we have the three people on that property that spend their time and energy defending themselves. hmm Jack and Lily are still missing, and that would definitely affect the visitation of Meadow. I would think, and I don't know, but I would think that that has to be like Jack and Lily's disappearance has to come to a conclusion before they decide what the safest move is for the baby, you know? Nothing will change until Jack and Lily are found regarding, yeah. Just reach out to me. And if you have and I haven't got back to you, it's not on purpose. It's because life, But I will. I will. You just sometimes have to nudge me, remind me. If you've messaged me and I haven't got back to you, do it again. You have to find the right psychic, the right seer. There's too many wannabes. 99% of them. I don't think baby M being in foster care has anything to do with Jack and Lily being missing. Right. But if it's still an unresolved disappearance, the kids are still gone, nobody's been cleared, and everything else that we've heard, cool. I would have to I would have to assume that until they know for sure that the parents aren't responsible in some way, they have to put the baby's safety first. I would think. It breaks spiritual law of free will to go digging in someone else's business without permission. It leads to incorrect information. Carol Pate. There's some stuff that I just don't think I'm going to put up. We do not know. Malaya heard the kid. She said she did, but well, and that changed, right? That we've only heard that recently. We didn't hear that before, I don't think, because she did say she heard them in the room playing beside them, and she said it like we heard. But at what point did that change? Because she's dozing in and out. She got the call from, or no, she tried to make the call at 8:28. And then within half an hour from that time, the kids got outside and Janie heard them. And Malia was too passed out to hurt? I don't know. You're right about you're right, Shar, about the visits. Daniel goes to CPS because it's too far for baby M to travel to Daniel's house. Let's not forget that baby M was with Malaya and her family initially and was taken by CPS. Good point. Let's not forget that. Um, I wouldn't need a search party or cameras to look for my kids. I would be out myself. Yeah. My Thank you. Janie only sees her at the beginning and end of Daniel's visitation, but it's still something, you know. In my opinion, I think Malaya lacks the mental and people skills to know how to handle anything, much less raise kids. This is why she has her people do it for her. And we've talked before about self-esteem, you know, life changes us. Janie would see such a difference in the little one. They change daily, it seems, when they are babies. They do. Not much mention of eating together as a family. Very, very sad for these children. I think that that is becoming more and more um, common. There's no more, and this might sound corny, but I mean, who remembers having Sunday dinners with your family, or if you were lucky enough to have both parents home for dinner every single night? You know, we wait for dad to get home before we all sit down at a table that was already set, and we'd talk about our days or hear about our parents' day or whatever. It was more of a family coming together time, and it just doesn't happen anymore. Like even with my kids, and you know, as they started getting a little bit older and they'd have their part-time jobs or whatever, whatnot, and you know, it just kind of fell to the wayside. It just didn't seem important until you didn't have it anymore, and then start wondering and thinking about it. What you, Mary? You think Janie just missed the handoff? Anything's possible, just some things are more probable than others. Thank you, Mr. Hemi. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Janie, I don't think that I have to. She did tell me, it's just I've let it go for so long, but I'm sure she still would. You know, that's all. I try not to harass people. Daniel for sure ain't getting the baby, so he is up on SA charges for women who have a voice. Imagine the voiceless in his, yeah, well, innocent until proven guilty. And, you know, it wouldn't have surprised me if he didn't have visitation, but the fact is he does. So, because I've just never been in that situation where, with CPS, so I don't know how it all works. When I was a young My grandmother called it the gift of sight. I saw shit that happened before it happened. I'm intuitive and got a lot with my gut. Empath, little things. I feel like a lot of people are just, everybody has the ability, just we're raised differently, and some people hold on to it and other people don't. The ability. Truth and justice. Daniel is innocent until proven guilty. And if you weren't here, I did a live stream just on kind of the Canadian justice system and warrants and probable cause and the absolute right to a defense. And I was encouraging people to kind of champion this this trial process and hope that it's done fairly and his rights are protected throughout, simply to avoid any kind of appeals in the future. Every single person has the right to defend themselves. And even if you think, even if you have in your head like a Ted Bundy or Brian Kohlberg or whatever, you have got to hope and pray and do everything you can to ensure they get a fair trial, um, so that the convictions stick. You want the truth. The only thing worse than than having a guilty man walking free is having an innocent man behind bars. So let's wait for the facts, innocent until proven guilty, and just hope that the process is done fairly, so that whatever happens is the truth and it sticks, if that makes sense. Don't come at me. I say that about anybody who's charged with a crime, and it is based on not my own personal experience, but somebody close to me who had to go through something. So, why is no one talking about the other guy charged with SA and confinement? Is there a gag order or something? Who? Is that the Adam Roy? I believe it's because we did look into it. But if that's what you're talking about, we did look into it, but there's two of them. I believe there's no way for me to prove it, but I believe one is father, one is son, and there's no way for me to figure out which is which. So I'm not going to out somebody that's probably has absolutely nothing to do with Jack and Lily's disappearance. From a CAS perspective, it's not automatic that baby M goes to foster care because her siblings are missing. No, we know. We don't really know what the full circumstances of what happened when Malaya took baby M away. Right. She said that she was protecting the baby from CPS. So it is my firm belief, and I could be wrong, my speculation, that she went to the reservation thinking that CPS couldn't get to the baby there. Based on her own statement, that's the simplest answer to what went wrong there. Someone in another comment section of a video elsewhere said that Malaya has redacted her initial statement and now says she was drugged. True or not? Not sure, but would it be a surprise at this point? I did see that. I saw that somebody said that Malaya said that. I mean, if that's the case, then she would have told Major Crimes that, and the investigation will go in that direction if it needs to. Yeah. And I mean, they're under supervised visits, so true enough, but I don't know that one is because of the other. So Shar, a year in, what are your top theories? I just I How on earth did either of these two parents make children evaporate without a single trace being found in a year? And I'm not talking by YouTubers or searchers. I'm talking by trained professional major crimes RCMP investigators from Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Ontario, HRD dogs. It doesn't make sense. It's wild to me. So even though it makes me want to bang my head off a brick wall, I've started to look elsewhere in my brain, just like make it make sense. I don't know. My kids were home. We were always ate at the table. Yeah. Happy birthday, April D. Um, Maria's talking about me. Where is she? What'd she say? I don't even know where she went. April, what did she say? Um, what did she say? April, what did she say? Oh, I don't do that. I don't do that. Wrong channel. I said happy birthday. No, I'm not doing that. I am not putting you people through that. Trust me. Tone deaf. No. You can all sing. But you have to remember too, cool, that she was under supervision order even at her mother's house. So, I mean, it's all kind of fucked up. Like, what are we supposed to think? All we can do is sit here and speculate, right? And then there's a second one. So I don't know which one it is. I don't know which one it is. That's why I don't talk about it. I'm not. There's not a gag order. Um, s- hey, old lady. That I don't mind because you know why? Because Ron's older than me. Came out during our live stream, our Gen X members only live stream. He can call me old all he wants. We know. We know now. We know. Anita is not a reliable witness, to say the least. Don't even get me started. She was on again yesterday, and mm, I just don't even know. People still watch and believe, and it's like, well, I don't know Truth and Beauty. I know people have definitely tried to tell me, but in one ear and out the other. Um, I don't even I don't even know why people still listen. Why are they why are you polluting your brains? Come on. Drugged her from what? From December to May? Yeah. I don't it's weird because first and there's been different stories about that too. So Daniel didn't come to bed. Daniel was heard rapping or something. She walked in on Daniel in the bathroom. Daniel was fast asleep. And now Daniel drugged her. I I do not envy these investigators at all. All the things going against Daniel were things started by gossip. Funny how that happens. The drugging and the charges Daniel is now under. I feel this is a setup, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know about any of that, but I feel like when Daniel was out on social media talking a lot, he did himself no favors ever. Ever, ever, ever. Um, but since he stopped talking in public, we're all kind of running around in circles, right? But I feel like because he has kind of stepped back, it's just added to um like giving Malaya a little bit more courage to be seen, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't think Daniel did himself any favors by being out here. Monsters of Chaos, thanks for joining. Is Belinda here too? Where's Belinda? Um, yeah, on the 2nd. What is that? It is it's on Saturday, you guys. This coming Saturday will be 1 year. I feel Tucker had something to do with it, as that's why Janie was raking. I don't like to be impolite, but I disagree. 150,000%. Tucker is not a big dog. Yeah, then you don't come in here and call me old lady. I didn't tell him what year you were born, but I will. I won't. Micmug, thank you. Hi there, Sharamods and chats. Good to see you all. Been watching a lot of stuff go down. Starting to think Jack and Lily might have gone to human trafficking because they ain't anywhere else. I feel like I feel like it's on the table for me now. Like I never ever thought, I never even considered. But thank you very much for that, Big Ma. That very kind of you. Mr. Hemi, Tucker knows. Mr. Hemi is drinking today, everybody. I'm just kidding. Anita did say Jordan would be charged with weapons weeks before he was. Did she? I'm not sure. A search did take place yesterday with the members of the public volunteers. I believe, from what I understand, Please Bring Me Home, their searchers, just their core searchers, are continuing to search for today and possibly tomorrow, and absolutely no idea where. But that's just what I've heard. I have no proof of that. Yeah. Yeah. You guys all you guys all see things the same as I do with Anita. I hear Zach Jackson wants to scrap with Daniel. Well, that doesn't make any sense at all. I mentioned Daniel drugging her and feeding her his story long ago, but funny Malaya alibied Daniel and told our CMP he was not abusive and would never hurt the kids. Hmm. I think she was using long before she met Daniel. I only follow you, Shar, because you're a wonderful person and a sweetheart, and I'm so in love with Harley. Me too. Look at him. He's just tuckered out. I'll, I'll teach him. Like I don't even have enough waterless shampoo to take care of that problem. He's gonna have to go to the community dog bath. No, he's just He is smart, just staying away from. Yes, she did. She even said that to Sunny, you bet. And then we recently heard a voice clip from Cheryl saying that Malia said that he never hurt the kids or anything like that. He did maybe treat them a little bit differently than his biological children, but that he never hurt them. So, and that was like Malia allegedly telling Cheryl that. We heard it. Daniel said that Malia only smoked weed. Who knows? Anybody that's talking about Zach, like, I'll believe any of that when I see him cross the border. Whatever. It is what it is. I think healing is happening some and strength is returning to her. Hmm, I would hope so. Was Malaya drugged from December when CPS visited right up to and the kids went missing? Don't think so. What do you mean? Like, why December? Was she's just strictly talking about the night of the first, right? I don't know. I don't know. Fluffy is innocent, and his name is. I think she should get another dog and name him Fluffy. I think that's an amazing name for a dog. That's funny. If Tucker knew what happened, he would have told Janie immediately. That's a good one. I like that one. That's a good one. In my opinion, Malia will do and say anything to keep herself out of jail. In your opinion? Yeah, maybe. Janie is lying for Tucker. Come on, you guys. Let's be serious. If there was abuse, then it would make more sense that she was the abuser, in my opinion, from a standpoint of speaking out. Mm. Sorry I'm late, but I find it interesting that Malaya is maintaining that she didn't leave Lansdowne because of domestic violence. Just got home from my aunt's funeral. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Darlene. Thank you for stopping in. Okay, I'm gonna show some of these pictures. Like I said, it's nothing groundbreaking. It's just interesting. I know that my I call them my people because I consider them my friends. They went out searching, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but I'm gonna anyways. No, I don't know. No, I'm not gonna say. But there were actually people who went searching on their own, you know. Um, that's all I'm gonna say. So here we go. So this first picture here, I've redacted the names because they found geocache and they actually added to the geocache and they just basically said April 26th found while searching for Jack and Lily, and then they left a nice little message with their names on there. So I took their names off of it, and I believe this is the second one that they came across. I'll make it bigger. I'll make it bigger. Um, so I'm gonna go back down to the bottom of chat so I can kind of watch just in case I mess up. 'Cause I know they're here. So we're just gonna quickly look through these. So yeah, another little geocache, I believe. And I gotta skip that one, but here's the church, you guys. So who knows about this church? Can you please, who knows about the church? Nobody? Nobody knows about the church? Sorry, I'm looking for something here at my desk. Um, so there's this church in Salt Springs area. I thought it was called the Salt Springs Church, but I don't know for sure. But it's a church, Sea Smoke. This isn't the one that's up in the bush. This is an actual abandoned church, and I think it's abandoned. But like I said, there are a lot of people that just visited there over the last couple of days. And this picture here, the person that took this picture and sent it to me said it looks like fresh dirt is in behind the church. You think people were living in it? Really? I heard other things, that people were working out of it. But look at this. Like there's chairs set up back here and there's a garbage bin there. But I do also have a post and I don't want to share it because of the name that it's attached to, but there is a church for sale. Um, um, can you guys hear that saw? Sorry, if you can. Why are you laughing at me, Marie? I'm trying to be. Never mind. Anyways, there's this strange church. Wish I had my other picture, but it wasn't. It wasn't from yesterday. These pictures are all from yesterday, you guys. And here we have somebody driving up towards the pipeline on the back road there. So heading up towards the pipeline, and then they walked through that area. Yeah, it was. You know what I'm talking about, Sue. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you betcha. Um, I hear are the peepers. What? No, all I hear are the peepers in the swamp. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. Anyway, so going up the pipeline trail, yeah. So this is just a picture of kind of the tree fall, the stuff that we think that Jack and Lily would get through, and make it far enough that none of the 150 searchers and then the 75 searchers and then the 30 searchers and now the 50 searchers and plus anybody that's gone through there in the meantime hasn't found a single trace. I don't know. I call bullshit. I just don't think they were ever out in the woods. I really, really don't. And here are a couple of items that are obviously weathered and, they've been out there for forever, but this looks like some kind of maybe a shirt or a bag of some kind. I don't know. But this one over here looks more like a tank top and I don't know. I mean, it was called in. It was called in. Um, Not in woods, maybe water. Okay, and then before we hit chat, I'm just gonna put this picture up next. Paparazzi is real, you guys. Actually, no, in all fairness, this person's hotel room just overlooked the parking lot, and so it was just happenstance, but there you go. The man, the myth, the legend, showing up to search. So I don't know if that's in poor taste or bad taste or whatever to show these pictures, but I mean, whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. So let's go back to chat here. Hmm. It's not abandoned. So let me look. I do have I got a second Facebook open here. Just one sec. Because there is other pictures of that church. They're so far back that I need to I need to dig a little bit. Just be patient. There, I mean, and I don't really want to say it, but there seems to be a name attached to the church that people don't want to discuss, and so I'm going to respect their wishes and not discuss it openly. Um, but it's interesting, and I do think it needs to be looked into. And other people do too, because I didn't say nothing about this church, and then all of a sudden people yesterday were sending me pictures of being out at that church. So, wasn't me, wasn't me, but it was somebody who absolutely thought it needed to be looked into. Man, where are these pictures? I mean, if you know, you know, but my Facebook has been super busy with other shit that just doesn't matter the last week. It's hard for me to dig anything out. So, I mean, I'm gonna scrap that for now. But I will say that it did not look abandoned in those first pictures. There was a couch set up out back with an umbrella. Looked like maybe some kids' toys back there. Um, there was there was a school bus there, a pickup truck, but all of that has been cleaned up, and now just that one vehicle seems to be left there. And fresh dirt, it's interesting. It's interesting. So you did go out there and search. I was one of the ones trekking through the woods. It was no joke, right? And you see a 4 and 6-year-old getting through there far enough or hidden enough that all of these people, and we're not even talking about just Joe Blows off the street, like professional ground search and rescue out there, dogs, you know? I don't know. I don't, myself, I don't see it. Lots of people around here rent houses that are up for sale and have to move when sale goes through. Yeah, heard that. Um, I said in the summer people need to check out the churches and cemeteries. That was another hot spot yesterday, cemeteries. Um, for lone searchers, the ones that weren't part of Please Bring Me Home, and there were a few. Um, Michelle, you pretty much missed the whole thing, but absolutely no new news. We've just been chatting about the search and about, what possibly could have happened. Ron, Mexico, thank you for that. Gotta go pick up kids. Night, be kind to one another, fuckheads. That's funny. One could say the same to you, Ron. Be nice, be kind, drive safe. Thank you. Um, didn't they both go through trauma with one of the former boyfriends and go to live with grandmother for that reason? Oh, both who? I missed Polly's comment. Both who, Tam? Hustler, hey, um, our little field trip will be next week if you're available, possibly on the weekend. We have horrendous amounts of ticks in Nova Scotia. I hope it's going well. I keep meaning to go in there, but it's just busy. Um, this here is just a paparazzi picture of Malaya Brooks Murray showing up to search uh, yesterday. And I was waiting. I wanted to do a live stream yesterday just to kind of talk about this stuff, but I wanted to wait because there were some, like I said, certain items that were sent in, like pictures were sent in to Major Crimes to see if they had any interest in it. And I was hoping to have more pictures to show you, but I mean, the fact is, they haven't heard back. So this is I mean, I could have done this yesterday, so the church has been out there all along. Was it called into the police? Mhm. Are you talking about the church, the activity at the church? Yeah, I will go back and search anytime. Stevie, I'm sorry, I didn't see whether or not you answered me, like your opinion, if you think children could have got so lost in there that everybody's missed them. I'm sorry if I missed your answer to that. And thank you so much for searching. Everybody and anybody that, takes time out of their life to go and search for these children are to be commended. Uh, mm, I can, somebody was good enough to copy and paste the entire article, so if you need it, just message me and I'll send it to you. And fresh dirt needs to be checked, ground penetrating radar. Like any burial of the soil sinks and needs to be topped up. That's true. Did Lily wear any jewelry? Not that I know of. I mean, I haven't been told either way. And yeah, like I did get confirmation that that is the same car and that is indeed Malaya. Yes, thank you to all the searchers, every single person that went out. It's commendable use of your time. Um, yeah, everybody's saying thank you to everybody that went out to search. So definitely. After hearing they were grave diggers, I have the same dream 3 times that these children were buried deep in someone else's grave. It's terrible. I know that that was kind of a theory that had been going around for quite some time, but yeah, like that is so dark and twisted. I don't even know where they would start to look in that case. It's devastating to think of. All that downfall and not a piece of torn, snagged clothing, no blood or branches for dogs to pick up a scent on. Nothing but another single boot print. That's my point. I don't think they ever went to those woods. Never. It's sad to say, but I really truly don't. I really truly don't. We have to remember that an excavator and 3 vehicles burned in the garage fire, lots of access to machinery if needed for digging, in my opinion, allegedly, not accusing, just thinking is all. That's exactly what we need, thinking out loud, right? Um, come on, they were too lazy to change them for bed like they are digging anything. Jack's pull-up never found. There's just no reason for that. There's no explanation for that. I don't know, how can they just completely vaporize, vanish, gone, not a single trace? Um, is it because they were picked up right there at the end of the driveway and taken out of the area? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I don't know, you guys. I'm gonna get rid of this. What are you talking about, Tammy? Are you talking about my little couch angel over there? Um, my little couch angel full of mud. Is that what you're referring to? All right. Never made it home Thursday night. or were carried out of the house, hence no footprints. Sad regardless. Yeah. Jack at 4 years old. He's old enough to change his pull-up, or Lily could have changed it for him. But they didn't say they found it in the house, did they? I don't think they did. Thank you, Shar. In my opinion, to answer your question, if those children did go in the woods, they wouldn't have gotten too far. We are adults and we were struggling most of the time. Yeah, so what made them think, these professional search and rescue, what made them think that they could have gotten 8 kilometers? I get thinking maybe they, you know, got into a position or something where they couldn't get out of and they were just very well hidden. I get that. But to take it that far out and to think that it would have happened that quickly, that Lily wouldn't have heard people calling for them. Maybe Jack was too quiet, too shy, but Lily was certainly more vocal and loud if she needed to be. I just don't see it. Maybe they got into something. There's a few possibilities. There's absolutely a few possibilities, and hopefully we'll hear from the RCMP soon. You know, it's very overwhelming. My daughter's mother was driving my boxer dog nuts. Don't know what that means. That's funny. If they went in the woods, it keeps disappearing on me. In my opinion, if they went in the woods, they would have been found by heat signatures. Much respect to this channel. Thank you. Daniel said Jack's coat was gone and still sticks to that. They would have needed the chair to get the coat, but the chair was not there, so he thinks someone took it down for him. Yeah. And he also said he found the Barbie shirt that Lily was reportedly wearing when she went missing. Daniel found it with her belongings. So it's not what they were dressed in. If they're in the woods, it's because someone put them there, in my opinion. It would have to be. Is that 40 square on both sides of the road or just the one side? I think both, just peachy. I think both. I don't think so. I don't think he found it. Where are you? Sorry. I saw a comment, but he found his coat. Just one sec. I'm looking for it. Just a minute. It's here somewhere. Um, it's here somewhere. Found Lily's Barbie shirt here, and Jack's navy blue spring coat is missing. Lily would have taken her coat. It was right beside Jack's. And that was recent. Have a great night, Detective Tam. Thank you for being here. Everything after Patty's is a lie. Hmm. Oh, there's Melissa. Hey, Melissa. I am looking forward to hearing your thoughts and catching up with you. Truly, truly am. That's about the only thing that I care to listen to in the next a little bit, other than any kind of RCMP update or, anything like that. So can't wait to hear from you, Melissa. It's going to be great. Yeah, I did too, and that's why I wanted to go back and double check. But he says it's still missing. Court docs show the family spent 20 plus minutes per store, except Lawton's. They were there for 4 minutes. Only Malaya went in, but not confirmed by CCTV, really. Malaya called her mom at 2:52, exact minute they left Lawton's. Interesting. I wonder why. What does it all mean? What does it all mean? Where's Jack's backpack? I assume it landed in the... Oh, you guys, make sure I'm on the right screen here. Let's take this over here. I do have a photo that, like, of their stuff in the driveway, in the bags, in the clear bags. Remember this photo? I'm pretty sure we could see the backpack. Am I wrong? I think we saw backpacks in there. Maybe I'm wrong. And, like, honestly, good luck finding a picture in this mess of pictures of Jack and Lily and everything to do with this case. Like, this folder is massive. Videos, like, so much stuff. I would like to know how, like, Clutch Them Pearls can just, like, pull shit up, like, immediately. Like, he makes it look so easy. It's here somewhere, though. I know it is. You guys know what I'm talking about anyway. But I do believe we saw backpacks right front and center of those bags. Do you believe? I love the dead silence when I'm busy looking for stuff. Should have like the um Jeopardy theme playing so you guys have something to listen to. Gotta be here somewhere. So much stuff. Who thought last year we would still be here a year later talking about the things that we're actually talking about? Not I. Never in a million years did I think we'd still be here doing this. Oh, look at that. There's all the pictures of the mines and stuff in the area. That was a rabbit hole. I don't know, man. Can't find it. I'm all the way back to your pets. Remember when I used to do that? That was a nice idea too. I apologize. But anyways, that picture of the bags of Jack and Lily's belongings that Malaya wanted, there were backpacks, I believe in 2 of the bags. You could clearly see were backpacks. You don't know what that means, Popeye? Did anyone else hear that Hayden was the day that Daniel is being accused of? I don't know what that means. And those bags of stuff, yes, they were picked up by Major Crimes and taken to Cheryl's house, I believe. Um, yeah. Oh, look at you, Miss Organized. This coming from the same person that put a document together that yeah, I, I believe that you have that organized. Yeah. No, I know it takes a long time, but back then you thought, like day one, you thought, oh my gosh, these poor kids, they wandered into the woods. I hope they find them quickly. Day two, it's like, oh, and then day three, and you start seeing these news interviews and stuff, and it's like, wait a minute, what is going on? Um, hello, Brian. Truth and justice for Lillian, Jack, and Dylan. Yes, and there's nothing I really have to say about Dylan. I believe that there was a search upcoming for him, but I can't be sure on that. But Darius, we haven't talked about Darius for quite some time, and his family is still posting, still looking, still searching, still asking for help daily, every day. And um, so I do believe that I'm going to visit this group because on one of the groups they were talking about um, organizing a search. Come on. Why is it not working? This is where I'm at right now. There he is. Might be in the other one missing. Why does it do this? You can't just click and go anymore. This I'm gonna make this bigger, you guys. Right? Better get used to seeing us out there because we will be out there every day. Enough with the games. You know what happened, speak up, or you are heartless, or are you heartless like the rest? Look at his face. It's time he is found. And trust me when I say our group are not the only ones searching. So many people are looking for this little guy. Funny how I don't ever come across any of the family out there searching, but the grandparents are out there. Um, I don't know. He's adorable. He's a sweet little boy. And hopefully they have some answers soon. This isn't the same as like the Dylan Eller case, whereas it is for you could see him getting to that brook that flows into a river which eventually leads into the Bay of Fundy. And that is a possibility. It's not like there's that type of waterway around Jack and Lily's place. And Darius is like that. Like there, yes, there was a river, but it's not a very fast moving river. But it doesn't lead into any oceans. I like eventually I'm sure it does, but you know, I don't want to get too graphic, but when things float in the river, especially with any kind of weight, they usually get hooked up or caught up on something. So I just, if he fell in the river, they would have found something by now. Like he had Crocs on. Crocs float. Like he had to have been taken. That's I don't know. I don't know, you guys. Darius McDougall was taken from the Crow's Nest Pass in Alberta. That's southern Alberta. Really, really close to the British Columbia border down there. Um, but again, it's it's bizarre to me that children are just gone without a trace. Um, I'm going to put the link to this Facebook group in here because it's no different than any other missing persons case in that there is drama, there's conflict within the families. It was a split family. So they, yes, not too far from McBride's, Brian. So, I mean, there is drama between the families, but I mean, the fact is that Darius's grandparents, who were there that weekend when they were camping, they stayed out there for weeks until they couldn't stay out there any longer because of the winter searching. And, you know, his mom was nowhere near, like it was Darius's dad's weekend with him. So his mom has nothing to do with this, and she is, but there's drama on both sides, and I do have a feeling that's why they never did come to be interviewed on YouTube, because at first they were all for it. They wanted to, but they kept putting it off, and I don't think it's a stretch to think that some of them might have seen what was going on with Jack and Lily's case, and didn't want it to become a circus. But you know, the fact is, so I've shared this particular group. There's only 958 members, but if anybody is in Alberta and is able to go down and help search, let me know because I do want to go down there sometime this summer if he's not found before that, and search the area, just walk around, get a feel for the area. I drove by it in the wintertime a couple of months ago. I drove by it and I know what river is close by, and it didn't seem to be flowing that fast, but this was September. So I mean, everything was half frozen when I went through there. I'd like to see it in the same kind of season. So anybody that's willing to go or interested in going can let me know. And yeah, April for sure. You're on the way for sure. Um, that would be great. And that's something that I definitely want to talk about and plan because kids just don't vaporize. They don't just vanish. They're out there somewhere. I said Dylan, he could have gotten swept into the Bay of Fundy. It could have happened. But Jack and Lily, no, no. Darius, I can't see it. They're out there somewhere. And it's terrifying to think kids can just be gone without a trace. For acknowledging you and everyone else is more than welcome. Excellent. Two kids don't go missing. Well, they have. They're absolutely missing. We don't know what condition, but a few here in Cape Breton turned into apartments. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Good point. Does anyone know if the ground is still frozen searching for Jack and Lily? I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I do have. Oh, that's part of yeah. Thank you. But I mean, I've got the actual photo. I don't want to put that up. Part of a chat. Holy doodle. Did you hear that? Harley's having. Oh, look at him. Now he's itchy. Now he's itchy. Wonder why. Okay, I see. Oh, you're flying to Toronto tomorrow? Awesome, 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 awesome. I'm going to end it here, you guys, just because, like I said, there's not a whole lot to talk about. Um, hopefully the search turned up something. If nothing else, we'll get more information to have more conversations about. And totally looking forward to hearing from other searchers. And I have a hankering for chicken wings tonight, so I'm forcing Ian to take me to get chicken wings. So thank you to Mi'kmaq Haven't seen you forever, but I appreciate your generosity. Thank you so much. And Ron Mexico. Thank you, everybody. And have a wonderful. Why did I take this down? Doesn't even make sense. What is going on? Everybody, I want you to have a wonderful night, and we will talk to you again tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.
We're going down. We're going down. We're going down the rabbit hole where it stops. No